The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hi, Sandy Vicani here with Insurance Agency Marketing. I head up our life division here at IAMS and just want to say thank you so much for attending this webinar on, I know it's a very busy Monday for a lot of you. So again, thank you for taking time out of your schedule to attend what I believe is just a really important webinar and how you need to have mutual trust here in your back pocket for your sales. Before I hand it over to Kip Walker, who's the Regional Vice President with Mutual Trust Life, I'm going to go over some house cleaning items real quick. Here at IAMS, we want to just show you how much we appreciate your referrals, and what we have with that is an IAMS Business Builder. And with that, when you refer an agent over to IAMS and they contract with us, we send you a check for $50 as a thank you. When that same agent writes and places business, you get a 20 basis point override on each, not override I should say, but 20 basis points on each piece of business that they place thereafter. And, that comes directly from IAMS. So whether it's life, MedSup, annuity, whatever the case may be, again, when that agent writes and places business, we pay you 20 basis points on that piece of business. That is indefinite. And again, that's as long as they're writing and placing business, that's what we will pay you. That doesn't come out of their commission, doesn't come out of your commission. It comes directly from IAMS for entrusting us with that referral. We also have for all of our agents something called a marketing reimbursement account. So think of it almost as a business savings account. So for every $100,000 of placed premium that you do with IAMS, we put $100 in that marketing reimbursement account. That continues to grow as long as you're placing business with us. You can carry that over each year, and then when you're ready, you submit a business invoice, and that could be for a computer, it could be for a website, it could be for a seminar. When you submit that invoice, we pay up to 50% of that invoice, as long as that amount of funds are in your marketing reimbursement account. We also have something for all of our brand new agents called a new producer builder. And what that is in your first 6 months of getting contracted with us, if you place $100,000 of business in your first 6 months, you can choose a 2-year producer website that we create and manage for you, or you can choose a $750 cash bonus. If you'd like to hold off because you believe that, gosh, you're going to place $300,000 of business with IAMS, you can choose a $1,500 gift card. You can choose $2,000 that would be deposited in that marketing reimbursement I just spoke about. Or you can choose a Social Security program and 3,000 piece mailing. If you'd like to hold off and you think, gosh, I'm going to go gangbusters here and place $500,000 with IAMS, again, whether that's life, annuity, MedSup, long-term care, combination thereof, you can choose a 4,000 piece mailing and seminar coaching with a top producer of ours, Dave Pimper, a 5,000 piece mailing and seminar coaching with another top producer of ours, Matt Gill. Or my favorite, and it truly is my favorite, is a Ritz-Carlton Travel Rewards Getaway where you plan your own destination. And again, this doesn't come out of anyone's commission. This comes directly from IAMS as a thank you. So we also, sorry about that, we also have great back office support, and we start that with our contracting right from the very beginning. So we'll send you the contracting paperwork, and you fill it out, you circle whatever carriers you're interested in getting contracted with and send that back to us, and then we'll set you up paperlessly or electronically in the future. So anytime you want to contract with another carrier, just give us a call and let us know, and we'll make sure to get that completed for you. We also will run your life and annuity quotes. We'll send you out forms, whether they're new business or policy owner service forms. We'll do case design assistance and help figure out where's the best place to put this money, whether it's in a life or an annuity. We also do different business tools and resources. And what I find really important out of all of this is that submission to commission support. And what I mean by that is when you submit a piece of business with IAMS, we scrub that application, make sure nothing's missing. If anything is missing, we give you a call immediately, try to get that information. We order exams and labs and send that application to the carrier the same day that we receive it. We are physically touching that case every 3 days, making sure that it's staying on track, that there's nothing outstanding on it. And if there is, we get that matched as quickly as possible. And we also want to make sure that that case gets approved, issued, and placed for you to receive commission just as quickly as possible as well. So real strong back office support. Really proud of our case management team. And if you have questions on any of that, please let me know. Also, our creative marketing team. Gosh, what a great team. If you look at any of our life and annuity books, our webinars here, even our newsletters, our Life and Annuity Academy presentations, those all come from our marketing team, our creative marketing team. It's Jacob, Sean, and Aaron. They can help you with different flyers. They can do logo design and find out what's the best color to use for your region and help you design that logo. We also do business cards, a website. If you have a website that needs to be refreshed or you don't have a website, we can create and manage that for you. Any online newsletters or newsletters you like to mail, we can help with that as well. And then social media advertising. If any of you have Facebook, advertising is really big on social media right now. And if you'd like to get your name out or your agency's name out there and you just aren't quite sure how to do that, please give our creative team a call. They can assist you with that and make sure we get you as much exposure as possible. And then our website, great tool. It is www.IAMSinc.com. If you haven't registered for our website, I suggest that you do. This is where you're able to run all of your term and UL quotes. Soon you'll be able to run some IUL quotes from here. You're able to pull forms. There's current industry link and news. If you want to know who our top 5 MIGA annuities are, you can pull that up from there. If you'd like to register for our webinars or look at our old recorded webinars, you're able to pull that right from our website. If you'd like to find out about E&O insurance, if yours is renewing or you don't have any and you'd like to shop that out, there's a link for you to do that. And then, of course, our sales resource library. What a great tool for agents. There will be little mini educational videos, whether it's on Keyman or Single Premium Life. You can pull life questionnaires on there, annuities, and how to use income writers. So again, our website is a great tool. It's available 24/7. We also have a mobile app for that. So again, if you haven't registered for our website and you need assistance, please let me know. I'll be more than happy to assist you. And then we have our wealth management division. I will send out a poll question on this. So when the DOL ruling came out here at IAMS, we thought it was really important to make sure any IAMS agents were able to capture as much revenue as possible from their clients without their clients going outside of them. And so we created a wealth management division here at IAMS. And again, with that wealth management division, agents are seeing an increased revenue and managed money fees. You're able to offer a full range of different products and services because you're viewed, and you are viewed differently from your client. You are viewed now as a fiduciary. There's been a lot of changes with that DOL ruling. If anyone thinks that DOL ruling is going away, it is not. There's still changes that are coming. By checking yes, you're just asking for the current news on that, and we'll make sure to get that out. If you have a Series 65 and you're interested in getting that switched over, we'll get you over that information. If you don't have a Series 65 and you're thinking about getting one and you want to know what the steps are, we'll get that information out to you as well. And if you're not interested in getting a Series 65, but you think, gosh, how do I still capture that revenue? Check yes to that poll question. We'll make sure to give you different options that you're able to utilize for that. Okay, so we'll go on to our next poll question. And on this one here, so proud of our Life and Annuity Academy. This is industry recognized. It's a 2-day training. We have one coming up that's already closed. It's March 13th through the 15th in Dallas, Texas. But then we have another one coming up May 8th through the 10th. We pay for this training, so we pay for your airfare, your lodging, your meals. It's a 2-day training. We go over different sales ideas and strategies from top producers. We get producers all over the United States. We have close to 1,000 register, and we choose between 35 and 40. And we go over different indexed annuities and how to unravel them, and the different threats and trends in the industry, and how to overcome client objection. We go over turnkey seminar systems and what works best in your region, whether it's cookies and coffee in a library or whether it's a more formal sit-down seminar with dinner. We touch on large life case marketing with single premium life, with private financing or infinite banking. We go over different business insurance concepts and income riders, wealth transfer tools, software tools. Again, great opportunity to meet agents from all over the United States. Our next academy is May 8th through the 10th. We pay for everything, your airfare, your lodging, your meals. By checking yes, you're just asking for more information. And I'll make sure to get that information out to you at the end of today. And then we also have, in addition to carriers offering great commission and incentives, we here at IAMS thought it was really important to offer our own incentives. And so we have a 2019 Marketing Summit. That is August 25th through the 29th of this year. So anyone who is experiencing the cold like we are here in Nebraska, Naples, Florida, the Ritz-Carlton already sounded amazing. It even sounds more amazing right now with this freezing weather. And that's where our marketing summit will be. It'll be at the beautiful Ritz-Carlton in Naples, Florida. We want as many agents and their guests to be able to attend as possible. So we have long invitational periods. This started January 1st of 2018. And runs all the way through June 30th of 2019. The only way to attend is to make sure that you are contracted, writing and placing business with IAMS. And you can do that with a combination of $3 million of annuity premium, $1.5 million of Medicare SEP premium, $2.25 of single premium life, $250,000 of life target premium, or $600,000 of long-term care premium. Again, would love to see as many agents and their guests there as possible. If you're interested in attending, there's still time. Please just make sure that you're contracted with us, writing and placing business. So right now what I'm going to do is hand this over to Kip Walker with Mutual Trust Life. He is the Regional Vice President with them. He's going to go over some great information with you that you can incorporate into your sales. So Kip, if you'd like to take over, please.
Thank you, Sandy. I appreciate it. I always appreciate being able to present to your folks. And IAMS is a great organization. We really value our relationship. Again, I'm Kip Walker. I'm the Regional Vice President for the Midwest, and we're going to talk about business planning concepts. I'm not going to make you an expert in the next 20 minutes or 30 minutes, but I want to introduce you to some of the concepts out there, introduce you to the opportunity that's out there, and how MTL can help you approach these small businesses. Here's our agenda. We'll take a look at why we're considering the business market, different kinds of continuation plans, and our business planning concepts advantage, what we bring to the table. This is a large underserved market. Roughly over 50% of small businesses don't even have a plan in place, and even the sole proprietor needs a plan. Many producers want in, but we just don't know how to make that approach, how to start the conversation. It opens the doors also to many cross-selling opportunities. So you may have additional opportunities for personal insurance for the employees and their children, wealth transfer opportunities with the employees and their parents. So it's not just about the business planning, but again, it opens up those other areas for you to approach those clients. This is a great opportunity to access millennials. They're opening businesses too, believe it or not, and no one is talking to them about business protection. And so it's another way to tap into that millennial market, which is a huge market. So let's start off talking about key person planning. Who is a key person? A key person is somebody who has key relationships, key contacts. Maybe they are a rock star salesperson or marketing person. Maybe they have specialized skills for the company, for day-to-day running of the company. Maybe they have specialized knowledge. They tend to be sometimes managers and directors, special project coordinators, even if they're on there with the company for a temporary period of time, they still have value and need to be protected. And of course, high-level executives and owners. A key person profile is typically a new business, 1 to 3 years old. The owners has owners, obviously, and key employees. It's a business with multiple employees. It tends to be. They have a desire to protect the business from the death or disability of a key employee. So what happens if an employee leaves, or what if they become disabled? How am I going to continue to make that payroll for that employee without their contribution? And these business owners tend to be risk averse, so they understand the risk that's out there in the market. 90% of small businesses fail unless they're up and running in 5 days. So how can we help them get up and running within that 5-day period? That's a huge number. Many small businesses underestimate the risks that they face, but they are at greater risk than many large companies. Many large companies spend 10 days a month on continuation planning, and they have locations that are diversified across the nation, or across the state maybe, but they have diversified locations. A small business may have one location, so it really is a much greater risk to them. So benefits of a key person planning are that they maintain financial stability. They're able to repay loans and maintain their credit even if they lose a key salesperson or a key employee. They can replace those lost profits. They have money to hire and train the replacement of that key person. And it also helps to retain and incentivize employees, because if they understand that you have a plan in place for the loss of a key employee, it's going to put them more at ease and help you recruit and retain more individuals, more employees. So what does mutual trust provide for a key person? Whole life is based on guarantees and certainty. And whole life is much more flexible than many realize, especially with the creation of the flexible paid-up additions rider. So if you're not familiar with whole life, you can think of the flexible paid-up additions rider as a cash account in a UL or IUL. You put in $100, for example, into the Flex PUA. $94 shows up immediately. There's no surrender charges. It earns a 4% guaranteed interest rate. So at the end of the year, that 94 grows to 96. Plus, it earns non-guaranteed dividends. So it just keeps rolling along and compounding that way. And we max, in many of these cases, we max fund that PUA rider. So you really have strong early guaranteed cash value. Horizon Value is our cash cow. That's the product we use for those heavy funding scenarios. For death benefit, you have two options. So when the death benefit is more of the focus, you have our Horizon Guarantee, which is the opposite of the Horizon Value. It's focusing on the death benefit. The cash value grows more slowly, but it does grow substantially. And you have flexibility with the premium, and especially when you add a paid-up additions rider, which is extremely flexible. With the paid-up additions rider, you can fund ours anywhere from $100 a year up to $100,000 a year, depending on how the plan is designed. And they don't have to do any minimum funding beyond that. They can just do the $100 anytime, and that keeps open the ability for them to go up to the maximum, whatever that may be, that they financially qualify for. The Horizon Blend is a 50-50 blended product, 50% whole life, 50% term. The premiums are equivalent to what you would see in a GUL contract. However, with the Horizon Blend, you're getting the whole life guarantees and greater flexibility that cash value provides, as opposed to a GUL where you have strict premium payment requirements or you jeopardize your death benefit. And plus you have cash value in the Horizon Blend, whereas you don't have that really in a GUL. There's also the term conversion option. So we have a series of terms, 10, 15, 20, and 30-year term, and they are all convertible to any of our whole life flagship any of our whole life products, including our flagship Horizon Value, at any time during and up to 5 years past the level paying period. Okay, and we're just revamping those and increasing the comp on those, and also decreasing the cost a little bit. But we're also increasing that term conversion period up to age 70. So 5 years past the level term period or age 70. Plus, you have strong renewals. We like to say we brought renewals back to the industry. We all like that mailbox money. And we have very strong renewals for that ongoing mailbox money. Let's take a look at buy-sell agreements. So what is a buy-sell agreement? It's basically a will for the business. It protects the partners from the death or retirement of a partner, and it ensures a continuation of the business. It also provides for the partner's family. So it protects the family from the business and the business from the family. Many times the family members don't want to go into the business. They just want to get a fair price for the deceased partner's portion of the business. And they can have that assurance because it's built into the contract, to the buy-sell agreement. There's 3 different structures. We won't go into too much depth here, but cross-purchase is one where the owners each own a policy on the other owners or partners. There's a formula you can use to see how many that would be. Usually we're only looking at maybe four owners with a cross-purchase, but you can have more. To calculate how many policies you're going to need, there's a formula. Let's say we have 4 partners. You're going to take 4 times the number of partners again minus 1. So 4 times 4 minus 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. So 4 times 3 is 12. You're going to need 12 individual policies. So that's a simple formula to figure that out. And for the larger companies, you're going to tend to have entity owned, where the company is the owner and the beneficiary of the policy. And you could have this too, where you have maybe a smaller number of owners, but there's a huge disparity in the age. Maybe one of the owners is 60 and his policy is going to cost more than the owner who's 30, the partner who's 30. So that disparity will still exist, but that payment will be coming out of the company, okay, not the individual partners. We also then have a wait and see. So the wait and see policy may be owned by the entity or the company, and maybe the company will take 20% of the deceased partner's share, and the other partners will split up maybe the other 60% among themselves in varying proportions. But that still leaves 20%, and so the company would then come in and make the remaining purchase there. So it's kind of wait and see, decide at the time what you're going to do as far as who's going to take what percentage. There's different ways to fund a buy-sell. Obviously, you can do a term policy with a side fund. They'll buy term, invest the difference. You have term policy, and you can obtain financing, but you have to rely on the kindness of strangers at that point, so it can be a risky proposition. You have the GUL, which can take care of the death benefit, but there's no cash value growing in the policy to take care of things that might come up with each individual owner or each partner. They won't have access to any cash value to handle things like emergencies or expenses and things like that, business expense. You also, the one that we prefer is cash value life insurance, a particular whole life insurance, because of those guarantees, again, and the flexibility that you have in building those policies. You have high early guaranteed cash value that protects the balance sheet. So you don't have as big an impact on your balance sheet when you're funding one of these plans, because of that cash value is growing very quickly and it shows up on the balance sheet of the corporation. You have a guaranteed death benefit that protects the business in the event of a partner's death, a guaranteed cash value growth that provides funds if a partner leaves, for example. You also have something called the waiver of premium and disability benefit riders. These ensure funding of the premiums both into the base policy and into that cash-rich PUA rider. There are, I don't know of any other companies that actually have this, where you have the ability, if a partner becomes disabled, the premiums will be paid into the base policy and the PUA rider. So basically ensuring that this plan will happen, even if they're unable to work. And how many parts of our financial plans are guaranteed to work like this, even if you can't work? There aren't a lot of financial instruments out there that do that. I don't know of any others. You have strong renewals for ongoing revenue to you. Those businesses, those clients are paying premium every single year. Shouldn't you be compensated as well? And of course you should be. Finally, there are executive bonus plans. And an executive bonus plan is a taxpayer employee reward plan under IRC section 162. It's non-qualified, which means you don't have to make all those filings like you do with a qualified plan. It provides cash value for living needs and a death benefit for the family needs. So what do these employer benefits look like? Well, it's tax deductible to the company. They can be selective. They can discriminate. They don't have to offer it to everybody. It's easy to install and administer. Again, you don't have to do all those filings. You have improved employee recruitment and retention. So you can bonus an employee a certain amount of money, and either as a single or a double bonus, meaning that you cover the taxes. And the employer gets a tax deduction, and the other benefits we talked about. What does the employee get? They get additional compensation and additional death benefit. They can access the money during their life if they need it, and they control that cash value and they have little or no out-of-pocket expense, again, depending on how you set this up. So it's great for employee retention and simple to set up. Again, whole life is a great option for executive bonus. You have the high early guaranteed cash values that protect the balance sheet, the guaranteed death benefit, guaranteed growth, and guaranteed contribution that is ensured to happen, especially when you put these waiver of premiums and disability benefit rider on. You have liquidity, access, and control. Again, the high early guaranteed cash values are accessible without any surrender charges, and loans can be taken immediately 10 days after you start your policy. You can take loans in any amount at any time, depending on the cash value that's in there. But you can get roughly 95% of that cash value as a loan. And of course, again, no surrender charges and strong renewals for that ongoing mailbox money for you. So what does mutual trust bring to this market? We provide profiles for you to take a look and see who is a key person, who is an executive bonus client, who is a buy-sell client. And so you can look at that profile, fill out maybe in your book of business, maybe you're a dentist, maybe a lawyer, who in your sphere is a key person. We have worksheets with open-ended questions for you to ask questions to determine who this person is, a key person. What are their needs? These sheets get all the information that you can come back to us with, and we can help you build a case for these individuals. We have materials with simple explanations to help you, understand what each plan does, whether it's a key person, executive bonus, or buy-sell. Okay, so you go out, you find the client, you profile them, determine who they are, and then we can help you by educating you on what kind of plan we would put in place for that particular business client. Plus, you're not alone in doing this. We have experts that we keep both as employees and on a retainer. We have a consultant in Richard Weiserick. He is a sales development person. He's also an infinite banking wizard too. So he's certified in infinite banking. And it's a powerful thing to put those two together if you're familiar with infinite banking. But he did business planning for 10 years at Pac Life, and he's been with us for about 7 doing that as well. So Richard is a real guru at business planning. For those more intricate cases and maybe including tax issues, we have Doug Friedman, Friedman Law Firm. This is a law firm we keep on retainer, and you have access to Doug Friedman free of charge if you're working on an MTL case. And he's very good and can help you with these more complex cases and questions. We also have online resources. Mutual Trust is big on training, and we have at mutualtrust.com or agent.mutualtrust.com. You can access videos and materials on various topics. We partner with several selling systems, and Business Planning Concepts is our own in-house system. So you have access to all these resources free of charge. We also have Advanced Markets Online, which has pre-created, pre-approved presentations on these various topics and others. So you can just print out or download the presentation and go through it with your client. There are a lot of opportunities available with Mutual Trust through business planning concepts and through other areas as well, through different selling systems. We have a broad competitive portfolio, a flexible portfolio of PUA writers, arguably the most flexible paid-up additions writers in the industry, bar none, really. We have true selling system support. So each of our selling systems has a coordinator that is an expert in that system. Richard Weiserick is the coordinator for business planning. He's also the coordinator for IBC because he is so knowledgeable in those two areas. We have a competitive compensation structure. We have education reimbursement. So based on the amount of production you do, you can be reimbursed up to $1,500 toward education, CE credit, attending one of these selling system meetings. So it's an added bonus for you. And we have a great story. We had great results from a company that's on the rise. Ever since 2015, we merged with another mutual company called Pan American Life. We immediately were upgraded to A- with a positive outlook by AM Best. And then less than a year later, AM Best gave us an A rating. We also have an A rating by Fitch. We have $6 billion in assets and $1 billion in capital and surplus. So we have all the financial resources we need to grow as quickly as we want, and we've been releasing new products every 3 to 6 months since that merger. We substantially increased our dividend scale in 2016. We were the only company that we're aware of to increase their dividend scale. And part of that huge increase was due to the fantastic investment division that Pan American has. They get 200 basis points more than we were getting on our new money. They get 150 basis points more than the industry average, roughly. So the industry average is about 4.6, and they're getting 5.7. So that's huge in life insurance. So we have a great company with a great story, and we're on the move. We've grown 12% compound annually since our merger, and that's in an industry that's growing by less than 3%. So we got a lot going on, and there's this. We have fantastic conferences. Our summit conference, in our next summit conference, we're going to the Mediterranean. We're taking a Mediterranean cruise. So we're going to go to stops in France, Spain, and Italy. It's a 7-day cruise. And if you join through IAMS, we're going to double your credit toward convention for the first 4 months. So to break that down just simply, it means that if you did all of your qualifying business with us in the first 4 months, if you did $35,000 in target premium, base premium, that would get you to the conference. So that's extremely reasonable. And it gives you an opportunity to double up on IAMS conference as well. You could qualify for 2 conferences on the same dollar. So a lot of great opportunity there. We like to hand out the conferences for free like cracks to get you hooked. It's not exactly free, but you know what I mean. We're trying to get you hooked so that you want to come back. And so very, very reasonable qualification standards there. So please get started today. I hope you wrote down some names, thought of some people in your book of business, on your calendar, on your desk that might be a potential business owner that you could approach. And call IAMS and get signed up with Mutual Trust. And Sandy, I'll take any questions if we have time for that.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I'll take it back to my screen here. One last poll question while we answer questions, and that is if you'd like to get contracted with Mutual Trust. If you're already set up on our paperless contracting system, we'll get that completed for you. If you're not, we'll make sure to send out the contracting paperwork Let's see if we have any questions at all. If you have any questions, please just type them in and we'll get those answered right away. Everyone will receive this as a recorded webinar. You'll receive that later on this afternoon. And of course, I'll personally follow up with each and every one of you to see what questions you may have and to run any quotes that you may need. Can't stress enough, Mutual Trust is just a top-notch company. They're very easily accessible, whether you need to ask questions or speak to an expert. And they're also easily accessible in the underwriting process as well. And then after the sale, where we find it really important on the customer service end. So I don't see any questions yet. Again, if you have any questions or if you think of them later, I'll make sure to get those answered. Everyone does receive this recorded version. Kip, I want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to present this. I find it just extremely important. Everyone else, again, thanks for your time. Please have a very safe and healthy, happy week. Again, this is Sandy Vacanti. I head up the Life Division here at IAMS. Phone number is 1-800-255-5055. Thank you very much and have a great day.
Thanks, everyone.